Hey folks, that's me, Dr. Groovy, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com, here today with USA-made Washburn, which are always groovy. This is the PT3, PT meaning pop top. Had another one of these Lion versions earlier that I did, or you can just check it out. Posted on the same day, so anyway, these things, how much more black could it get? None more black. Okay, this thing has been changed from its original thing. Let's just go right down what I do have about the way that it came. Again, messing with my earphones, my microphones, everything. The way it should be. Let's see. Is that a microphone? Yes. Okay, the Washburn USA PT3 Custom Shop. Again, they make one of these that looks like my Lion by Washburn over here. Exactly like it, actually. Washburn Custom Shop does. That looks exactly like this, but with an F-hole in it and two humbuckers. This one's been rehashed. But Washburn Custom Shop makes one of these for $4,000 if you want it. The one I have in my hand, the PT3, about 12 years ago, back in 2003 when it was made. See how much shit I can knock over? Oh, a whole bunch of stuff from my General Lee guitar. Everybody's making one of those right now. Okay, these actually, street price was $1,200 for this one. Let's see, true metal guitar, ideal for heavy riffing, low tuning. Okay. Either the neck is made of wood or it's not, because any low tuning is going to cause you to have to redo your intonation, and your neck's going to bend. So you should get something other than a wooden neck for that kind of stuff. Anyway, the body is mahogany with a maple top for some reason, which makes no sense since wood does not matter to the sound of an electric guitar, solid body electric guitar. Once it gets, out of there and to your amplifier, it doesn't matter at all what the species is. As we all know, the neck, it says neck through, maple, 22 frets. The bridge was a Tune-o-matic. It's not anymore. It's a Wilkinson roller bridge. Okay, let me point one of these up at me for a second so you can have some light. There you go. Strings through the body, which does nothing for the guitar except for kills the sustain a little bit. The bridge pickup used to be stock Seymour Duncan Invader. Now it is a EMG active, it's the 81. And the neck pickup used to be a Seymour Duncan 59 stock. Now it's a EMG 85. So the typical 81, 85. Grover tuners like Washburn always does, and then a Dunlop bone nut. And bone nuts are not good for your guitars either, no matter what you've been told. Okay, so that's what they used to be. So again, let me see if I can actually pull this inward so we can have some light instead of me pulling myself inward as much. Okay, again, have I put that bridge on here yet? Yeah. Okay, so the Wilkinson bridge. Okay, so no more broken strings or going over sharp edges and burrs and stuff. One of them weird string through the body deals. Okay, it used to have just a volume and a tone and a three-way switch. There might have actually been something in the middle here too originally, but now there has been installed a 15 dB boost switch. So there's a battery in the back of here for that boost. And then again, you can see there's the EMG 85, the EMG 81, and that's what they are. And you guys think they all sound alike, but I'll show you something in a second. There's my Dr. Groovy stuff from the truck stop. So got some cool stuff there. And I've got my cool other stick-on things that I may or may not put on this guitar still. But I was planning on sticking this big old guy on there and just really metaling this thing out. even though I don't do any metal at all, except for 70s metal. And that was the cool stuff. So anyway, so this is all done by somebody else. Somebody took the finish off the back of the neck, which feels really good, but it's still a baseball bat size neck. So this is like a 50s style neck. So shredding, I don't know why they actually even call it that. That Washburn Lion has actually got a thinner profile and a better shredder neck. This here seems like it would be great for just chunka major hardcore, just rhythm. Okay, back here on the back of the headstock, it says it has the Buzz Fightin' tuning system, which of course it doesn't have anything of the such. Every time they put that on there, I don't know what the hell they're talking about, because there is never anything on here, and nothing keeps them in tune other than just you keeping them in tune. Okay, so we have a volume and a tone. Volume. Let me put this down so you can see the axe, since that's why you're here. Okay, let me move my foot controller a little closer. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. Okay, so turn off my microphone and let you hear how clean, if they are, yep, that these pots are, everything being active. So here you go, volume and then tone. So if anybody has problems with EMGs, active stuff, there's something wrong with you guys. No, they're not sterile. No, they're not anything. They are amazing pickups. You don't lose any high end when you roll it off like you do on every other guitar in the entire world. Of course, unless you're using a Morley optical volume pedal. So only one way to keep your tone straight, and that's to use the EMG stuff. It's the way it goes, kids. And in the back, I had to go out and drill a hole in it because there was a hole poked in there. It looked like maybe with a putty knife or something, or a screwdriver and a hammer. But right there, if you get in there close enough, I went ahead and drilled it round, but that there is a potentiometer right there for the dB boost, so you don't have to take the back off. It's like, good God, dude, how lazy are you? Take it off, mess around with it with the back off, and play a couple gigs with the back off till you get it exactly where you like it, then just put the back on. But he wanted to constantly screw with it, I guess, so I went ahead and took a proper drill to it and made it round instead of all broke to shit like it was looking. There's your ferrules on the back. And Grover, yeah, 18-to-1s. And it is just black with EMGs, and it's a metal machine. No. They call it that. Again, I'm using the exact same setups on my Johnson J station that I use on every single guitar, and it doesn't matter. It's just a nice clean sound, and that's what you're going to get. Let me turn off the delay and just listen how clean these pickups are, and tell me if you think they're geared for metal. I don't know why they are labeled metal pickups, but anyway, here you go. All three positions played cleanly and played the Dr. Groovy way. Here you go. Okay, I got something in out of tune. That would be it. Okay, in the middle. And it's kind of down because I have to peg this boost switch in a bit, and I just don't want it to overdrive the holy crap out of everything. That's why the volume is low on the guitar, so adjust it how you will at home. Here's both pickups. Okay, so, it's just a little darker than single coils, but I'm hearing nothing major metal, and there's no huge output jump over any of my other Strat pickups. Okay, except for I'm going to hit the boost switch that the guy put in here, the turbo switch. I'm going to slam it down on the bridge pickup. Here it goes. Okay, I'll do it without my mic on. It does make a difference. Okay, so you have all that boost. Okay, let's see what it sounds like in the lead position, or the bridge, with some extortion on there. Okay, so hey, there's some fun. Okay, so that's it, man. That's the axe. Very simple, straightforward. So I could see just simply sitting around, and let's see where my low E ended up at. Go to here. Close enough for rock and roll. And yeah, this would just be a good chunk guitar. Like I said, the neck is just really fat. It doesn't lend itself at all. I can't imagine it with the thick paint on there, because that paint that's on the back is just amazingly thick. Does have a huge volute back there, double size of anything I've seen, but it's extremely solid. It says neck through. I'm going to let somebody else be the judge of this. There you go, kids. There's what's under the paint. I'm saying not exactly, okay? But it's Washburn, USA, calling that a neck through. Okay, when you've got some kind of scarf joint thing going on here, which is, in my book, not a neck through, and it doesn't go through, and it's two pieces at least of, they said 3-piece maple. It's 1-piece maple. That's for damn sure. There's definitely not 2 pieces here. This is a rosewood big-time fingerboard. Frets are huge. But then again, like I said, it just feels so much like just a rhythm machine. I'm just a love machine. Let me turn off my mic. Okay, so it sounds like a country guitar to me. Okay, so anyway, I got it. Why? Because it was there. And the other reason, because I got that lion over there. I wanted to have a couple things. And I thought it would look cool on the wall with my truck driver stickers. So that more than anything. Some stuff I do buy strictly just to hang on the wall. No, actually, these pickups are going to sound great when I do it through a real amplifier. I don't even have cabinet emulation or nothing turned on right now, so it makes a huge difference, you know. So it's as about as cheesy sounding as I can possibly get it, and still get it on here the way you guys want it. So anyway, so to put this through both 412 cabinets back here, and put that 250 watt RMS bitch on, 9 or 10, might make a little difference. So that could sound very cool on today's type of country stuff. That's kind of what they're doing. So, you got Big and Rich with their flying V's and Marshall stacks everywhere blowing shit up. So that's what country is now. So I am prepared for the yeehaw onslaught. Okay, Dr. Groovy with the Washburn USA PT3. Again, there it is, Pop Top again, PT3. And where these are all at, I have no idea. They never pop up anywhere. But they are a coolest looking V shape I've ever seen in my life. Except for the Vinnie Vincent double Rhodes looking thing, spelling out his initials, the VV. But whoever had it before me did a good job with the mods. But I just had to have it, and it was a superb price. I think I got it for like $600, so can't beat it, kids. Anyway, more stuff to come. Catch you later. Bye.